All right, Hazemake is going to show you this little trick he has with his creeper. So I got one of these Harbor Freight creepers, and this is for all of you guys that work in the driveway like Hades Omega here. Unfortunately I have to work in the driveway. Well, there's still a socket hiding back there. I have to work in the driveway, so unfortunately I don't have a big old garage to work in. All the motorcycles are in the garage, so I wish I had a really big garage where I could put like 10 cars, you know, like Jay Leno's garage or something. Okay, but here's a little trick that I've learned with the creeper. Okay, so if you're working in the driveway, you know, and it's time to clean up the tools at the end of the day, this is a great creeper, by the way. I used to have this wooden one, and it sucked, man. This one is a really low profile one, so if you work on cars and stuff, this is a good one because it's actually lower. Your body is actually where the wheels are. Okay, sorry, I'm shooting this at night. So, but anyway, yeah. So a trick you can do is put a lanyard on it. So just put a very long 550 cord. Just have it just enough so it's at my waist. Okay, so this is my hip right there. So it's pretty much goes up to my hip, and you can put your tools on it and you can drag it into your garage, you know, provided you probably wouldn't work very good if you were working in a dirt driveway, but my driveway, it works pretty good. It's cement, so it's kind of hard to get it. Even dragging it through this narrow walkway here between the cars. Okay, and voila, it's in my garage. Even if I need to get up over this lip in my garage, I can pull up on it and lift it up a little bit, let it do a little wheelie, you know. And there it is. I didn't have to carry it. Hades Omega's getting old, man, so I'm telling you, like, anything helps to keep the pain off of the back and, you know, the old bones and muscles. That's what I'm gonna say. So yeah, that actually worked really good, and I cannot believe how many freaking tools I've gone through these last couple days. So what I was doing is that every day I was working, I would just leave the tools in the bucket, you know, and then it's just every day more and more tools would be in the bucket, and I got like anti-seize compound in there now, and then more hammers and stuff. So the good thing is there's no more parts left. My parts tray has nothing left in it. So one nice thing to do is especially when you're working on suspension and drivetrain components, put the bolts back where you find them. Okay, so that way you won't forget, you know. If not, it's good to get little sorting trays like this. I got this at Daiso. Okay, and you can put different things in there. I think it's for supposed to be for office supplies. Like this will be paper clips and freaking pins and stuff. Okay, but you can use it for parts. Okay, another good tip is use, you know, the paint cans, the top of the paint cans. See those ones over there, or does the spray lubes. Once you use them all up, don't throw the caps away. Keep the caps, because you can use that. You can use that and label them, you know, and put, like, you know, differential bolts or drive shaft, you know, that kind of thing. Anything it's best to stay organized, especially if you're doing it over like a long period of time. You'll forget, you know. But if you can put it back where you found it, then I would put it back where you found it. Okay, that way, you know, that's what I was doing for this little repair project. I was just putting the bolts back where I found them, and for the most part, I think only the brake stuff was here. The brake and the sway bar stuff, that was the only stuff that was there. So, and I could have probably put the sway bar stuff back on the sway bar maybe, but then it would just be kind of like dangling around, so that wouldn't be fun either. But the good thing is there's less stuff in my garage. I don't know what we're gonna do with this Crossmember. keep it in my backyard, I guess. Yeah, I have two bent Crossmembers. I have one from the Eclipse and I have one from this one. So this one was, I'm not gonna lie, dude, this one was so much harder to replace than the one on the Eclipse. But of course the Eclipse is front wheel drive, so I've never worked on a second gen all wheel drive like a GSX, you know. I'm gonna go crack open a beer and put all this stuff away because we're done with it for the most part. We just got to put the wheels back on the car, so, but we'll save that for tomorrow, because I think this is going to take like half an hour to put all these tools away. So, okay, all right, Hades Omega. Hades Omega is he's always trying to be very organized. Okay, I can't stand it when I have tools all over the place, especially like this, man. But I knew I was going to use these again, so I was like, instead of like going back and forth to my toolbox over here, I'd rather have them in a bucket, like out in the driveway. So now this is a service card, actually, to tell you the truth. So I could have probably wheeled it down in the driveway, but like I'd rather just leave it here, you know. I do feel like I need a bigger toolbox, but I got another one right there, but that's not technically, that's like the community tools. This is my personal tools. No one uses these tools, okay? And they're all like freaking low buck tools. Freaking, I got some Craftsman, you know, but in there I got some Snap-on. So, but anyway, yeah. So that's all the stuff I use. Definitely, this book came in handy. It's always good to have the service manual. Could we have done it with like the Eclipse manual? Maybe. I'll tell you this, man. The Haynes Galant book, it sucks, man. It doesn't have any of the all-wheel drive stuff in it. If you got a Galant, this helps a whole lot. But I think you can get away with an Eclipse manual, because literally the Eclipse parts are the same. And we have the Eclipse Crossmember, okay? This Crossmember is from an Eclipse, okay? So I'm pretty sure this is from an Eclipse. I think the arms are from a 3000 GT. That's why I was kind of, I don't know, you know. But hey, it looks a lot better now, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay, so tomorrow, wheels go on, front wheels go off, and then we take it for a drive. That's the plan. So, yeah. All right, here's me go. So I'm putting my tools away. I'm putting the manual away because I don't think I need it anymore. I think we're done with it. And then I was looking at this. What is this on the back here? Like, it's all faded and stuff, but like, it's Galant specs at a glance. Oh, I've never seen this before, you know. I never bothered to look at it, but apparently all the Galants have 4G63s. Okay, they're all 2 liters. They have a single overhead cam version though, and a dual overhead cam. Okay, and then what else? Let me brighten this up a little bit. Okay, yeah. There's a dual overhead cam. There's a how much cooling capacity? 7.2 quarts. Automatic transmission capacity. All-wheel drive. What's weird? I don't have to have a manual spec. Power steering. How much fluid the power steering holds. The firing order. Compression for the cylinders. 8 valve, 16 valve, non-turbo and turbo. Okay, I can't imagine how slow a Galant would be that would have like the single overhead cam motor, man. Yeah, this Galant is the top end model, that's for sure. Okay, turbo, fuel pressure, TPS, voltage. Wow, look at all this. It's got all this interesting information at a glance, you know. Like specs at a glance, that's why. Alright, pretty cool stuff. Tire inflation pressure. Wow, they even got tire pressures. Holy moly. Dual overhead cam, all-wheel drive, 32 front, 29 rear. Not a lot. Yeah, 32 and 29 front. Interesting. Front suspension, front wheel. Oh, they even got the alignment specs. Look at that. 22. I can imagine they have an all-wheel drive spec. Yeah, it's even got the alignment specs right here. Front wheel alignment. Actually, the all-wheel drives are different. Yeah. 22 degrees camber. Plus minus 3. Caster 2 degrees. Plus minus 30 minutes. Not a degrees, minutes. That's how precise these measurements are. 1 degree 56 minutes plus minus 3 minutes. It's crazy, right? Those are some minutes are really you know, it's I think that's minutes. That's what's smaller than a degree, you know. Wheel bearing torque nut, foot pounds. Wheel bearing nut torque. What the heck? 10 foot pounds? I don't know what that is, man. Brake specs, exterior wiper blade size, 28.7. So what? It's like a 29 and an 18, I guess. Right? If you were to do inches, this will not focus. Why not? This is HVAC stuff right here. Yeah, interesting stuff, man. This manual has got a lot of information in it, like too much information, you know. Power window circuit diagram, man. I'm telling you. But definitely it was worth the money for it. I don't even remember how much I paid for it. I just found it on eBay. I'm sure some shop had this manual and then just, you know, they probably closed and it's mine now. So anyway, I was gonna repair it. It's kind of falling apart. So that's how you know you've got your money's worth out of your service manuals, is when they look like this. Okay. Yeah, it's been a basically all I really use this for is just to look up torque specs, man. I know nowadays like they do it in the computer and everything, but I like having the book, you know. I have a service manual for every one of my vehicles, everyone except for that one. Okay, but that one is pretty simple to work on. I got one for this, even digital or printed, you know, but like I said, I prefer printed. I got one for that. That's a turbocharged motorcycle, by the way. I got one for this. I got one for this. I got one for... Do I have one for the Prius? Yes, I do have... Well, I don't have a service manual, but I have, you know, aftermarket manual for the Prius. I got one for this. I don't have a service manual for the Eclipse. Okay. The Eclipse is hiding back there somewhere. But I have the Haynes manual. I have the... Oh, no, I have the Chilton's. The Chilton... I didn't like the Chilton's manual at first, but I do like it now. After looking at different manuals, the Eclipse manual, the Chilton Eclipse manual is like the best. Now there is some stuff missing from it, but you know, what the thing Hades Omega hates is like, is when the book tells you to do like a certain task and like there's a specific way to do it, but they just say like, you know, just put that bolt in. You know, it's like, well, you got to do this, you got to do that, you know. I'm like, to get the axle in, you know, I had to like freaking snake it all over this stuff, you know, or I could have just taken the suspension apart, you know. So there's no doubt that like when I put the suspension back in this car, there was probably a better way to do it. I just kind of, the way I took it apart is the way I put it back together. So that's the way I did it. So I knew like if I did it that way, then you could do it. So okay. Yeah. So that's some kind of final closing notes on putting the car back together. I literally took the whole rear end of the car apart and I put it back together again. Okay. And you know, I've kind of dug all the way in there before, you know, when we did the differential last time, but this time even more. Okay, the Crossmember is literally, it's the part that ties everything together. Okay, it's the central, it's like the hub, you know, it's where everything connects to. So literally you have to take everything apart to get to that Crossmember, man. And I'd like to work on a 2G. Maybe Hayes Mega should get a 2G all-wheel drive sometime. I know they're starting to get rare, that's for sure, man. Not as rare as this car, but they're starting to get rare. Yeah. Actually, I kind of want to get a 3000 GT, I'm not going to lie. 3000 GT was Hades Mega's dream car when he was young, okay? There was a 95 3000 GT, a red one, in front of my house when I was young, and I thought, wow, that car looks cool. It's like a freaking Ferrari, you know? And so, you know, if that's the color that Hades Omega would get a 3000 GT in, red. There's no other color I want. You know, I think the black one looks okay. I like black cars, but I don't think I ever want to own another black car. If I had a choice, I would not own another black car. I want white, okay? White is the easiest one to maintain. It's the one that, like, when the paint goes bad, like, you can't really tell it's bad. The black, when it goes bad, you can tell. Look at it. It's freaking... looks horrible, right? It's got all this freaking clear coat cancer all over it. But yeah, if I was to get a 3000 GT, it would have to be red, okay? And I would think I could... I kind of want, like, the mid-year model, the 95 and up, you know? It's not that I don't like the pop-ups and stuff. I have driven the 3000 GT VR4 before, and it's very fast, okay? It's faster than the VR4, the Galant VR4. But it's not to say you couldn't make a Galant VR4 about as fast as a 3000 GT. What did that push out? It pushed out about like 300 horsepower. Yeah, that's a lot of power, man.